For task 7, we will be updating the user class with the outlined objectives. We will modify user to inherit from base as well. Let's import column, string from SQL Alchemy, and relationship from sqlalchemy.orm, and base from base model, and also make sure that user inherits from base. The reason we make all models inherit from base model first before declarative base is to make sure that all models have the necessary attributes and methods before mapping them to SQL Alchemy. If all models should inherit from base first before base model, then they won't have the id, update and created at attributes, etc. Next, we customize a table name. And modify the email attribute to a column of a number of a given string, and it cannot be null. Then we copy and do the same for the other attributes. We won't be using the relationship now. Now, let's attempt to create a user. I have already filled in the key value pair. Let us try to retrieve all users to see if the user was created successfully. We can see that the user creation was successful and persisted. You're seeing the same user twice cause I had previously created one with the same details, since there is no uniqueness set for the attributes, so duality is allowed. For task 9, we will equally update place model to inherit from base. The place table will have two associated foreign keys. First, city ID, which is the location of the place. User ID, which is the owner of the place. We will now modify user model to add a relationship between user and place. And if a user is deleted, the associated place should also be deleted. The cascade option helps us ensure that when a user is deleted, any associated row in the place table would be automatically deleted as well. Next, we do the same for city model. Now we test the place creation, but we need a city ID and a user ID to create one. So we will retrieve a user ID and a city ID first. Copy and replace the existing city ID with the retrieved ID. Do the same for user ID. Now, with existing user ID and city ID, we will create a place. We will try to retrieve the place from the table to see if it was created successfully. As we can see, it was a success. Hey, ignore the duality of the place. I had also created one before now. If you are viewing this video and yet to subscribe, click on the subscribe button, unless you wish to buy me a coffee. For task 9, we update review and also update user to create a relationship between review and user. Also create a relationship between place and review. We will add a check in the place model class that would return any reviews object that has the current place ID as review.placeID. That will be the relationship between place and review when it comes to file storage. First, we retrieve all reviews by calling models.storage.all and since are expecting a dictionary representation. We will add the result to a list so that we can be able to iterate through them. We use a list comprehension to check if the current place instance ID is in any of the reviews from file storage and append it to review list. That is the relationship for file storage. Let's create a review.